She called me at 9:14 a.m., a clipped, rehearsed tone, the kind used by people who mistake authority for intelligence. "Come to my office, now." No greeting, no warmth, just a summons. When I stepped inside, my wife's sister, the HR saint, judge, and executioner of everyone else's life, didn't even look up from her screen. Her eyes flicked over me like I was a line item she'd already decided to delete. "We know you've been working 2 jobs," she said. Each word clean and sharp, like she'd practiced them in front of a mirror. "You're terminated, effective immediately." Silence filled the room, thick, sterile, almost ceremonial. I waited for the anger to rise, the humiliation, the sting. Nothing came. Instead, something in me clicked into place. A calmness I hadn't felt in months settled over my shoulders like a dark coat. I smiled. "You're right," I said quietly. "I should focus on one." She looked confused for a fraction of a second, barely noticeable. But it was there, a crack, a small, delicious fracture. She had no idea what my second job actually was, what I'd been doing in the hours no one dared ask about, what I'd learned, and what was already moving toward her, slow, quiet, inevitable. 72 hours later, she would understand. But in that moment, she only saw a man fired, not the man who had finally stopped pretending. The truth began unraveling 3 weeks before the termination, on a night that should have been ordinary. A notification lit up my wife's phone, a name I didn't recognize, a message preview that vanished too quickly. She snatched the phone before I could even tilt my head. Her voice too casual, her smile too stiff. "It's work stuff, boring." The lie didn't hurt. What hurt was how smoothly she'd said it, like she'd been practicing. I watched her thumbs hover over the screen, hesitating, hiding something, deleting something. A familiar coldness settled in my chest. Not fear, recognition. Betrayal has a smell, metallic, subtle, and unmistakable, and the room reeked of it. Over the next days, little details sharpened into a pattern. Too many late meetings, too many muted calls, too many sentences ending with, "It's nothing." I didn't confront her. Confrontation is loud, emotional, messy. No, I preferred silence, stillness, observation, the kind of quiet that makes truth reveal itself without force. And it did, piece by piece, until the outline of the deception became clear and familiar voices began to echo where they shouldn't. I started with her calendar, small inconsistencies, repeated entries, meetings that didn't match her department's schedule. Then the phone records, late-night calls to the same number, short ones, long ones, ones that ended abruptly when I walked into the room. I kept my face blank, my voice steady, my routine unchanged. Inside, a storm built, controlled, precise, sharpening my focus into something surgical. My second job wasn't really a job, not the way HR would define it. It was preparation, documentation, verification, patterns logged and cross-checked, and eventually, confirmation. The number she kept calling belonged to someone she claimed to barely speak to, someone who had been orbiting our lives quietly, strategically, her sister, HR, the woman who fired me. Their messages weren't professional. They weren't accidental. They weren't even subtle once I connected the threads. My wife wasn't cheating in the traditional sense. She was planning a life without me. A job opening here, a transfer opportunity there, financial changes prepared behind my back. She wasn't leaving with another man. She was leaving with her sister's help. Together. A private, carefully arranged exit, one in which I disappeared cleanly, quietly, and with blame placed entirely on me. They miscalculated one thing. I was watching. The full truth arrived in a clean white envelope, phone logs, messages, schedules, financial drafts. The last piece clicked when I found an email she never meant for anyone else to see. A resignation letter addressed to HR. My name erased from her life in 3 cold paragraphs. No explanation, no gratitude, no hesitation. That night, I placed the envelope on the kitchen table. She walked in, froze, and stared at it like it was a loaded weapon. What's this? I didn't answer, didn't raise my voice, didn't give her the satisfaction of anger. I just watched her open the envelope and read. Her face broke first, her breath next. Then the excuses began to form, shaky, stumbling, collapsing under their own weight. I just sat there, calm, still, empty. The truth was hers now, and so was the silence. In the morning, I went to HR. Her sister looked up, startled, eyes darting to the envelope in my hand. I placed it gently on her desk, like a priest setting down a confession. "This," I said softly, "is my real second job." She opened it, read, went pale. No anger from me, no accusations. I simply watched her drown in her own realization. Her sister hadn't just betrayed me. She'd implicated HR in assisting it. Policies broken, ethics violated, emails traceable, phone logs undeniable. They'd built a quiet little conspiracy. I simply turned on the lights. I left the building without looking back. My wife texted, called, begged. Her sister didn't. She understood faster. By evening, their entire plan had collapsed under the weight of its own arrogance. I felt nothing, no triumph, no sadness, just clarity. Some truths don't free you, they cleanse you. And as I walked away from both of them, calm, steady, unburdened, I realized something simple, final, and beautifully quiet. I hadn't lost anything. I had only stopped holding what was already gone.